Wow, look at the train, guys. I love watching it go by. Yo, so in today's video, I'm gonna tell you guys why you have to be alone. I'm in Tokyo right now, still taking a little break from LA. It's going on my third week of being out here, so I've been enjoying it. But without further ado, let's just get it started. So, a lot of times for you to actually figure out that thing that you actually want to do, figuring out your soul's burning desire, you can't really do it in a place where you're constantly stimulated or constantly surrounded by other people. I'll give you an example. Being out here in Tokyo has been really dope and I've been really enjoying it. But since I am like living with one of my best friends, Lo Pancho, I'm so happy we took this trip together. Me and him have been roommates. We've been getting Airbnbs and different little hotels and stuff out here, and it's been dope. And then we've also been hanging out with a lot of different like LA scene kids, for lack of better words. So basically, what I'm trying to say is every day and every night, I've been either chilling with Poncho during the day, and at night we've been going out and basically partying, going to different little pop-ups, making connects, meeting people, and it's been dope. But I feel like I haven't had a moment to myself. Like really just recording these YouTube videos for you guys have been my only like actual alone time, because if not, I'm literally always with at least one other person. And although company is really great, and a lot of times as humans we want to be surrounded by others, a lot of times people don't want to be lonely, but you don't realize that through that loneliness is actually where you find your soul's calling. Like in the silence is when you find out and where you find out who you truly are. A lot of times when you're with others, you have other people's like voices in your ear, for lack of better words. When you're with others and you're not with yourself. So you think that you're getting a perception of yourself from yourself when in reality you're getting it from others. Look at the train go back by. Isn't it beautiful? I love Japan, man. It's actually pretty crazy. But yeah, so being alone is really the only time where you can actually have time to like, all right, I'm gonna be real with myself. What is it actually that I'm trying to do? What is it actually that I'm trying to accomplish? Like before, I lived at the Content House in LA, which is really good because even at the Content House, we are together. There's five of us, five influencers that live together, and we do all like hang with each other and like help each other create, but we also do kind of all have our own separate little spaces and havens, which I like a lot. But before I lived in the Content House, I lived in an apartment by myself in LA, in like Glendale area. And something about living alone, guys, I realized that there was such like a, at first when I first started living alone, it was a very scary thing because I was like, I had never lived alone before. It felt very scary. I didn't know like just what to do all the time. It felt very lonely. But then I found that there was a beauty, but it was hidden deep down. It was, I had to get over the initial uncomfortableness of always being by myself. But when I got to the bottom of it, I found something beautiful. And that beautiful thing was that you can finally fully be yourself when nobody else is around. Like when nobody else is around, you can actually do whatever little weird shit you want to do. You can walk around naked if you want. You could talk to yourself. Like I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm an avid talking to myself. Even right now, recording this YouTube video, you guys can't see, but I'm in like a little park area and there's a lot of Japanese people here, and I'm literally just like talking to myself. Like they probably think that I'm crazy or something, but yeah, when I'd be alone in my crib, I would just be talking to myself a lot, and I liked it. Like I thought it was cool. It was a great way for me to voice my thoughts out loud, and I was able to come up with some really good ideas. I started businesses during that time. I found lovers during that time. Like whenever I would, because from being alone, I'd have to go out and like actually meet girls in the real life, in the real world. So I started going out and becoming like a person in my community. I joined a community. I started going to church. I started helping out and giving back around my community. All these things that I probably would have never done if I always had been with somebody else. So it's very crucial to be alone, guys. And you have to be lonely too. It's not just by being alone, but you kind of have to feel that feeling of, dang, I don't really have anybody right now. Because it takes you to a certain place where it will initially feel sad. But again, guys, underneath all of that, it's just like a top layer. But when you get to the bottom part, it's like that's where like the cream is. Pause. It's like where like the gooey filling is on the inside of the chocolate. Like the good stuff is actually on the inside. It's like a blow pop. Pause. It's like a blow pop. It's like the outside is like the hard candy, and then when you like suck on it, pause, pause. You get to the center part of it, and it's like the gum, and it's just like good. You can chew it. It's like a good flavor and stuff. So, yeah, be lonely. because by being lonely, you'll find out who you truly are. And a good part of it too is that you will actually find a direction in life. A lot of times we feel directionless. We feel like, oh, well, it just kind of feels foggy, and you're kind of going through life, and you might be working or you might be going to school, but you're actually like, you're like, what am I actually doing? You know, like, what am I actually accomplishing and getting done? And just by being alone, guys, I promise you, in that silence, in that darkness, by yourself, you'll find out what you actually need to do. Like, it just almost comes to you by itself. It'll hit you like a freaking slap in the face, like a bolt of lightning. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Be lonely, don't be afraid. Go gentle into that good night, because I promise you, if you brave it, that's how you find the grail, the holy grail. Before I let you guys go, I'll give you guys this little analogy story thing. So you guys know King Arthur. He had his knights at the round table. It was his 12 knights, his most trusted companions, the strongest knights in all of the land. And King Arthur wanted to find the Holy Grail. It was said to be the cup that when they pierced Jesus when he was on the cross, they had a cup and they had some of his blood in it as the Holy Grail. So they wanted to go out and find it. So he gathered all his knights and they sat around the round table and they were like, okay, well, how do we find this Holy Grail? Well, King Arthur told each of his men, because they were in a walled city, and so they had the walls, and on the outside there was a really dark forest. And he told each of the men to go out into the forest at the point when it looks darkest to each of them. So when the point where it looked darkest to each of them, he said that's when you go out into the forest. When it looks the scariest, you don't know what's gonna be out there, a monster, some type of beast, some type of scoundrel, whatever. It might be robbers ready to jack you up. At the point where it looks the bleakest and the darkest to you, go out, because that's where you'll find the Holy Grail. And it's no different for us, guys. So comment down below, what do you guys think about being lonely? I know it's tough at first, but eventually it becomes good. If you guys like today's video and this new style of content I'm kind of doing with the mic, let me know if the audio is good. Give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on post notifications, because we are growing in subscriber count, but I want to make sure that all of us are, seeing the videos and stuff. So if you guys resonate with this video, check out this video. I think you'll like this well too. I love you guys, and I'll speak with you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow.